Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Now, we have something I'm trying, and well, before we do that, today is December 26th of 2023, Tuesday. This 37 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius at 8 p.m. Now, I'm going to try it. They say it can't be done, but through my research says it can be done. We got a slight chance. So can pine cuttings, can they root? Well, I know in water, my research says no. But in a mix, we have a chance as long as the needles do not dry out. So, right here, let me take this off because I had the needles being held down. And let me get this off and put it over here. And let me get all my stuff out of the way. I'm discombobulated. That's my New Year's resolution. Straighten out this mess. Good grief. But there's our... I got my pine cuttings. I didn't have a Christmas tree. We just had the little ones for the grandchildren. But I had the boughs that I bought at Faisal's for $10. So I just took some cuttings, but I sprayed them every day. Keep the needles nice and moist. So I have my pot that I washed in soap and water, and I filled it up with vermiculite. And this is just one of them dishes that you use for spinach that you buy in the store. And I heated up my ice pick, the tip, and it goes, and once it gets red hot, it goes through the plastic without busting it. Look at that. So I got 5 holes in here for aeration. I'm going to try to make that as a little greenhouse in the basement, but I'm going to put 3 cups outside. This I just got some vermiculite and perlite mix in the bottom, and the rest is torpedo sand. And this, the same thing with this one, I have the vermiculite and perlite in there, but I just got my 50-50 mix of perlite and cactus mix with a little bit of worm castings in it. So what I'm going to do, I have my some rooting hormone there, and what I do is I'm going to take a heel cut. Here's the heel cut. So how do you get a heel cut? All you do is take your branch and just strip it back like this. There you go. Got a nice heel cut right there. And that's mainly where the brains are at on some of these things. So you see you can't pull this off because the needles are still good. But all I'm going to do... Okay, Tom, what'd you do with it? Here it is. Dip it. And then... I'll just take my ice pick. Well, this should go in real nice and easy and stick it into there. Take my other one and dip it into the rooting hormone and stick it in. I think we can get about 3 in the cup. Same thing here. Stick it in. Let's see what happens. I probably should strip the needles off, but let's give Pinkie Pie have a little bit of water in there. So we'll see if we strip the needles or don't strip the needles, see if it's going to root or what it's going to do. So then I'm going to take another heel cut right here. And all I can do is cut the needles back. Just like that, just along the stem. And just the tip of the heel, I can also cut that off a little bit. Put the other one we left on, just like that. Let's see what's going to go on here. Dip it in the rooting hormone. Got some good rooting hormone on there and stick it into the soil. Now, a lot of people say you can't do a pine because a lot of people tried it, but I'm going to try it. Ain't got nothing to lose. Now you're going to say, Tom, whatever happened to the leaf cutting you did? Well, nothing grew on that. they just withered away and died. So I did something wrong. But, you know what we can do? I'm going to try doing that maybe in the summertime where I can just leave it outside and see if it'll do anything. But that's all I'm doing is cutting the needles off, dipping and sticking. That's all you can do, dip and stick. And who knows, maybe we'll get, now I don't know what kind of pine tree this is. I didn't look. But there it is. You just pull it back, and you got the whole brain over there. Remember, the brain. The brain tells it whether to grow a branch or what. Now, out of these little cuttings here, I mean, once they grow, man, I wish you could smell this. Man, this got a beautiful smell. You'll get some buds there where it'll grow. So I'm just going to stick that one in there and put it in here. Okay, Pinkie Pie, let's go. Let's give it a little shot here. There we go. Her nose must be clogged up because it's not going in right. Now this one is just that other mix. Let's do that. I'll just take it. Let me find a good one here. This one's nice and soft. See, the needles are nice and soft. They're hydrated. I had them soaking for 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is pull the heel cuts off, just like that. Just pull back like that. And you get a nice heel cut. Put it in the water. I'll let these sit in the water until I get the needles cut off on this one. So hopefully the brain on this will tell it, hey, we gotta grow. And hopefully this is just standard rooting hormone that you buy at Ace Hardware. I'll take this because this, stick it in because that soil's a little bit hard. Take my other heel cut right here and just dip it in the sauce, not sauce, into the rooting hormone, just like that. And we get the other one nice and wet. And I put the rooting hormone in here because if it gets contaminated, so what? That time you didn't cut the needles, but I don't know if you should be able to cut the needles or not, but what are you gonna do? Let's stick that in there. And then, well, that's not gonna be able to hold it up good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some torpedo sand on top of that to keep them stabilized. Now these are gonna go outside, and when they're outside, put that there, the moisture in the air, there's constant humidity outside. Oh, there's the sand. Oop. There we go. Take Mr. Spoon, and you can see that's how torpedo sand looks. Put it in, put it in. It's just something fun to do. And then I think I can stick a fourth one in that one. Why not? Let's give it a shot. Take this one. This one's underwater, so this should be really hydrated. Tear that back. Nice little heel cut. Dip it. And we're going to stick it. After we cut the needles. Come on, Tom, think. And we got to get some more hormone on there. Stick it in. Now, see, once you wet the sand, it's hard. So now I got to make a hole in there. Now this one here, I think I can put another fourth one in there. There we go. Pull it back. Heel cut. leaves. Oh, the needles are the leaves of the tree, man. I can wish you can smell this. Wish we had smell-o-vision. So that's the $64,000 question. Will they root? There we go. Stick it in. Okay, I'm going to have to unclog your nose there. That one's in there like that. Now, I don't know how it's going to go into the vermiculite. So let's turn this around. And I'll just do a couple because I don't want to bore you with it. But all we're doing, see how nice and wet it is, and you can feel how pliable the tree is. I mean the branches are. He'll cut that one back. And let's see if I can pull them off. Yeah, you can pull them off instead of cutting. But they're hard when they're wet like this. They're real nice and hard. So you know the needles are still, they're not dried out or nothing. So I got it out about that much. And all I'm doing is dipping it. And I'm going to stick it in. Just like that. Now that one's holding good. So I can do a whole bunch of cuttings. And see, remember, just pull it back. Hold on to here, pull it back. Get your heel cut. There we go, strip it instead of cutting it. There you go, Tommy, using your brains there. Brains, just like this one has. We got the brain going there. Stick it in. And then, here's another one. Strip it. Strip the leaves off here, the needles. Well, that's my dog's barking. Somebody's there. Put it into here. I can put some more vermiculite in there. But that's what we're going to do. I'll do the rest, but not on camera because this is just the way to put it in. And then what I'm going to do is leave it in the basement. Put the cover on like this. Add some more vermiculite in there after I wet it down, and maybe a little bit of sand. We'll see how the vermiculite holds it up, and perlite, and go from there. So, they say it can't be done, but that's the $64,000 question. Can it be done? Well, we're going to find out. I'll let you know one way or the other. So, because sometimes on cuttings like this, it takes a good 6 months, depending on how they grow and what's going on with them. So we'll just see and go from there. But these are going to go outside, these three, and these will be in the basement. I'll find a spot for them and just fill this up with cuttings and go from there. So you know, today is Tuesday night, detective night, Sherlock Holmes, gangbusters, whatever good detective show you want to watch, The Saint, or listen to on the radio. Old Time Radio has some good shows because there you can sit back, relax with your cup of tea in your easy chair, and when they talk, you can imagine what's going on. Use the brain. The brain. Take care, everybody, and have a good night.